Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the archived version of the developer commentary run of Mirror's Edge Catalyst that we did as a live stream. This run was done as part of a charity marathon benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. It is presented without ads, and instead I would like to ask that if you enjoyed this content, please consider donating $1 or $2. You can find links to that on the video and in the description. Enjoy. Here we go.
Oh, Linnea is here.
Hey! Thank you for that. Just in time for the grid node.
Woohoo! She's partly guilty for those.
Oh yes. I shall be switching this back off. Oh, it's... What? Off. There we go. Linnea was a level artist or world artist or whatever the term was on this project. It keeps switching around. I think it was level artist on this, and she did grid nodes among many other things. So of course this grid node is interesting compared to the other ones because it's not finished as everything else in this area. So you're sort of traversing through a half-finished one.
I think this grid node also has a great Easter egg, right? If you come here after you have, when you've unlocked, I think you can. What? Oh, I don't remember the actual name of the mag rope. The pull up, the second mag rope upgrade.
The pull down?
No, not the pull. Or is it the pull? Oh yes, if you have the. Yeah, exactly. If you fight the Sentinel, you can actually knock him. You can attach it to his back. And take
is that here?
Yeah, I think that's here.
Ah, I know it was somewhere.
Yep, that's Erik. Ooh.
Okay, alright, I'm supposed to be on the other side of this. Ready for... You guys are keeping me honest. Let's see. Take that one. Oop, dang it. Well.
Yeah.
Grid nodes are going to be expensive.
I remember when those beams were not balance beams. Yeah, you had to basically just walk really slow.
You sort of had to do it still, but they weren't actual balance beams.
So all the balance beams are actually tagged as balance objects, or they have a spline running along them. But those ones didn't have that for some reason.
Oh, come on. I think because they aren't a normal balance walk object, I think somebody didn't think about the fact that they needed a spline connected to them.
Probably it. You can do it.
Getting a few like wall runs that almost mess me over. So almost wall run off of things.
God, this place is beautiful.
Oops, the wrong side. This side. Right, that's the way. Whoops. Wow. That is correct. It's 3 X dicers.
Yep.
Can't remember this part. No, it's not that way. Alright. I'm being silly. Here we go. Oh no.
The loading hint there, jump kick a disrupted drone to destroy it, is actually one of those moves that you definitely don't need to do to complete the game, but it's a really, really cool move.
Yeah.
And I think we had a bug with it, which I think we patched, which was basically that you could just keep kicking the drone and it locked you into the animation.
Oh.
Yeah, so you could basically stay floating in air.
That one I did not know.
It was probably fixed. Somebody can always test.
Yep. Yeah, and if you want to have fun, try triggering the sentinel here and playing with them.
Yeah.
Do all the grid nodes, we will hit the goal pretty fast. Well, there's just one left. There's plenty of those kind of situations in the game as well, where you just have to trust that the designers placed something for you to land on, because you're just sliding. Okay.
This one is mean.
It's pretty mean. All right, so we're going back to the lair, and probably run from here. $313 out of 500, and about 2 hours to go. Soft landing from the view grid node is actually the tallest fall you can safely land from in the game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
that would not surprise me. Where am I? This is not where I meant to go. This is where I meant. Hello? The float glitch isn't really falling, though.
Everything still goes black and she yells a lot. Yep.
Okay, there we go. Oops.
Well, that's the safe house with Nomad in it. He's just standing there like the guy in Blair Witch Project, just staring at the wall.
Go live in the Greylands or something. But I probably
Is
would
he?
like a day out there.
I think so.
I know we put him back and we had some animation made for him.
All the disappearances.
I think he's just I don't know.
We might have actually patched that in though.
But they refused to
That might be it, yeah.
Rumor has it you're with Black November now. Guess you didn't have much of a choice, huh?
So, tell me about the teleport glitch, because I don't know what that is.
Daughter?
Basically, what happens is suddenly as you're... It's actually, I've done it here, and as it's been done in some other places too. Basically, as you're approaching this antenna, because this is basically a security hub.
Yeah.
As you're approaching here, you just suddenly warp in and you're at the antenna.
Okay. I think I saw something like that during development.
I'd never seen it before the game was released.
Okay.
Doesn't say that you hadn't, but I'd never seen it.
I seem to remember, you know, there was a bug where you could play for a couple of hours, and then suddenly the game warped you back to one of the earlier grid nodes, or sorry, security hub.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. There were so many bugs with those during development.
I don't think that those turrets, I don't think they get reset, right? After, if you die here, they stay.
Strike one more antenna.
I think essentially you're still before the mission, so there's no save points. The mission actually starts when you
They send reinforcements, Faith.
now, essentially, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also one of those infinite discussions. What the game logic considers, you know, being on a mission is sometimes very different from what the player considers being on a mission. It's like, yeah.
Very different.
This is interesting. I always go the other way to the downtown safe house.
Yeah, I usually do that. And then I figured you could just go here. Now it's basically cooldown.
Over here. I have some information for you free of charge. From what I can gather, the news of Noah's unfortunate demise has been greatly exaggerated.
What?
I can't confirm it, and if he is alive, Krugersek probably sent him to the Greylands. But I'm sure an industrious young woman such as yourself will have no trouble uncovering his whereabouts.
I want Linnea to talk more about what her work was. Well, she's in chat if you want to join us on Skype. I don't know if I have you on Skype.
I don't think I do.
Well, if you want, just let me know and we can add you in.
I might have a way.
Just what I thought.
Where am I going? Okay. In 20 minutes or so. No, we're going to here.
Once upon a time, I actually didn't want fast travel in the game. I reconsidered.
it makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
We went back and forth on that a lot of times. I do regret one of the decisions. I think is not the one I personally would have gone with, and that's initially the requirement was not just do the grid node, but also once go to the safe house.
Yeah.
I think that probably I would have liked that better because at least it would have made you run there once.
Yeah, I think so too. And
I'm sure you'll make a fine exec someday.
honestly don't exactly. I don't remember exactly why we chose not to do that, but it was probably
You might as well be.
no.
I think it was part of the fears that the runner's vision wouldn't work properly
Yeah,
enough, and the people
yeah.
would
Something like that.
Sure
Yeah.
is. But I'm asking you
not find their way and all that.
if the information holds up.
I think there were a lot of misplaced fears during the development about players becoming bored with various things that I don't think really materialized. A lot of them, I think, came from some of these mock reviews that we did where we
Yeah.
got slammed for certain things that were just plain broken in that version.
Yeah.
I need access to
Yeah, exactly. We tested stuff that was, yeah, just buggy.
Let's do it.
Alright. Prisoner X.
Luck is my thing.
Is it just me, or do the cutscenes look like they run at 20 FPS or something? They do, and I don't exactly know why. It's something to do with the streaming. My computer, for whatever reason, doesn't like running those cutscenes and streaming at the same time. They work perfectly fine if I'm not streaming.
While I look for a way inside Krugersek HQ.
Let's see, which direction are we looking? That's good. Okay.
So I would love to hear the devs comment about this. About, is it the loading times?
Interesting stuff in it.
Let's see. I'm gonna scroll up a bit in the chat to see.
Did you know that reflection is a fluid that you inject? It's full of
Oh, the very long message.
of your body.
I did not, and it scrolled a little bit off my screen. Hold on.
I think the fact that it sometimes takes a really long time for the game to load, and at other times you can just quickly restart a dash or a time trial. I think that's because it's probably in the same streaming. I mean, it's basically doesn't have.
I don't think it's streaming related at all most of the time.
Okay.
Because what the game has to do in those loading screens is not just stream, but it also has to recalculate the lighting for everything that it loads. Ooh. And sometimes that seems to just hang and take a lot longer than it should in some cases.
But when it comes to time trials, it probably doesn't load anything then. It's just...
No, it generally shouldn't load much at all. It might load like a zone or two, but it shouldn't. Where am I? Where am I going there?
Who would attempt an airstrike against Krugersek?
Did you guys consider implementing the city map in 2D? Yes, we considered it, but we very early on said that we wanted a 3D map because there's so much verticality in the game.
It would be really hard to follow on 2D.
So I'm actually... we talked about it earlier, but I was very uncertain if we were going to get a good 3D map, but I was also very certain that we needed one. Because of the verticality.
And yes, the lighting, because we run time of day, you can't just do what we did in Mirror's Edge 1, which is basically have everything pre-calculated. And what happens when you teleport, even in that case where it's a very short teleport, is... basically, you load the stuff you need to load, and then you need to figure out what the lighting is for all of those things you just loaded. And that basically resets the lighting and makes you recalculate things. And that somehow takes more time than it should, sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, I love the view. I think it's so beautiful. It's a bit hard to find your way sometimes.
Right? I thought this was the place where you could do that. Yeah, it is. So that's actually a longer fall than you should be able to take. I think, normally.
Oh, 54. Easy money.
Yep. I was a bit confused there, because you can take that fall. It's just I missed the landing on it.
Ah. So this must have been a specifically tweaked volume, I guess.
Yeah, it's a guide thing.
But it's fun, where you actually get to just run through people's...
Just run through somebody's living room. Like, sorry, I'm just gonna go through here. Don't mind me.
You've got some really, really bratty people. I'm over here! Some of the mission givers here. And
I wouldn't say the view is linear, it's just that instead of being divided into many small paths, it's a few bigger paths.
yeah.
Basically have a couple of very large paths around
Plastic.
the place.
Waypoint.